I just need a little bit of that music. I'm sorry. Oh, cool! The blocks, like, stack on top of them. That's neat! I didn't even know that was a thing. Oh, cool. Oh, and they, like, shake them all off. That's cool! I didn't even notice that before. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Warioware Smooth Moves. Right now, we are... In the last episode, we tackled the first 25 levels of the Block Star minigame within the game, and in this episode, we're going to be tackling the next 25. I know it's kind of disappointing that I'm not showing myself on camera anymore like I have been for the entire project, but trust me when I say there's really no point. I mean, it's just me moving the controller left and right, and besides, if I put myself in the top left corner right there, you wouldn't be able to see what I'm getting next anyway. It kind of detract from the feeling a little bit of the minigame, if you will. Oh, this isn't gonna work. Oh, please. The thing is, you can't move this platform too quickly, otherwise everything's just gonna fall off. Like, I make jokes... I've done this a couple times where I've just moved the platform out from underneath that thing really quickly. That can work against you if you're not careful when playing these games. It can seriously mess you up. Now, right, I was talking about the camera. Yeah, trust me on this one, guys. It's just better without it for these parts. This is a lot more convenient for me, and it's a lot more enjoyable for you. It also means I can do these episodes without wearing any pants. And that's just a win-win situation for everybody. I mentioned in FNU vs. the World that my parents are out of town. Well, my dad is out of town right now. He's the one I live with. My mom's still in town, and thank God for that. She's taking care of the kids. Mostly taking care of the kids for me. And Daniel's at this sort of like, or what do they call it? Like a Achieve program. It's, meant to help people with disabilities. They're basically watching him for the next 7 days while Dad's out of town, which I appreciate. Not having him in the house, I don't think I stressed this enough in that video. Not having anybody in this house is a godsend for my productivity. Everything I'm doing can be done exponentially better and faster simply due to the fact that I don't have to worry about anyone else. I can record at night. I can record at night. This has changed my life. Oh, so close on that one. In fact, I'm recording it at night right now. Oh, without the threat of Dad knocking on my door saying, "Sean, go to bed." God, life is good. LG, life's good. How am I supposed to do that? It won't stay if I try and make it land on the sides. Because we've got the other one to contend with as well. And that's just not going to work. Maybe if I do this... Whoa. What? Yeah! I completely BS'd my way through that one. That is definitely not the recommended retailer value for that puzzle. But screw it, we did it my way. Or the highway. Geez, that hasn't been said before in any video ever. Everything's crooked on this stage. Look at this nonsense. Or is it? Maybe everything just works out perfectly. Maybe this is how physics actually work. I'm not a physics major, after all. I was more of a geometry guy in school. Duh. Mentioned this in the last episode. Math was never a problem for me. I was one of the lucky ones. I'm gifted with enough intelligence to the point where math is never an issue. In fact, Grace was recently showing me her homework, and it all came flooding back to me. I was like, oh yeah, you just do this. And I could accurately explain it to her and everything. Math was never an issue for me. Writing was never an issue for me. I mean, come on. I wrote most of the games so far. If there's two things, I always tell people, if there's two things I do really well for this team, I'm learning how to draw, but if there's two things I did well right off the bat, it was storytelling and composing music. Those are my fortes. But, yeah, math. And math was never an issue for me. But I was mostly a geometry guy. I liked having visuals. I am a visual learner. Oh, this puzzle just looks like it's going to be a pain in the butt. Yep, everything just kind of flew apart there, even without the puzzle failing. Wow, you know that point in your commentary where you go so far off into a tangent so many times that you completely forget what you were talking about in the first place? Yeah. Okay, seriously, what the hell's going on with this stage? There we go, we've got the whole thing. Everything's gravy from that point onward. Yeah, I told you these things were gonna get harder. As long as I can keep talking over it, though, we might just be able to pull this off in one take. I don't want to say that you try to avoid doing work when you're doing something like a Let's Play. I guess it's just a mental effect that it all has on you. It's so easy as is, you don't really want to add more work to your load. You're kind of spoiled when you do easier videos like a Let's Play. And which is why I have so much more respect for people who do, like, little editing tricks. Pokemon Let's Plays have been... As much as I give the franchise itself shit, anybody who Let's Plays a Pokemon game has to do so much work for it these days. Because things like Pokédex entries and on-screen graphics, like showing off your team at any given time, have become the norm. People expect these things of you now, and if you don't do them, you're going to get criticized for it. So I have a deep respect for anybody who does one of those projects, simply because of the amount of work that must go into one of them like that. No. Stay! Yeah, you're gonna be seeing that a lot in these later stages, I imagine. Me just kind of fudging it at the end there. Being like, well, they're still on the screen, it counts. And I'm so glad the game counts that, because if it weren't for that, we would probably still be somewhere in the early 20s. Oh. No, that's... Oh! Yeah, all we gotta do is catch this one big blue block. I hope it doesn't push off that bottom triangle. No, stay on. Stay. Stay. Good block! Good block! Stays on the platform. Do you want a treat? Do you want a treat? Hey, blocks eat. You never played Cubivore before? Well, that's definitely a game that belongs on RTGs. That's just a cult classic. Although Game Grumps have been doing a lot of really obscure games lately. Damn it, guys, I planned on Let's Playing Stretch Panic someday. Ugh, especially now that I can't do any of the Nintendo plans that I had. I mentioned in that one, like, little feed update that I have only planned on doing that one game, the Paper Mario, but no, it goes a little farther than that, I realized. Wario World was a big one I wanted to do. I had a lot planned for that Let's Play as well. Like, I had my commentary planned out and everything. Cat is meowing at my door right now. I know, sweetie. I'm recording right now. I can't come to the door and let you in. No keys, my pot pie. No keys, bad key. Oh. Okay, sweetheart. I'll be right there. Hold on a second, guys. I will be right back. Oh, hush. I'll take care of you in a bit, okay? I've got work to do. Oh yeah, just go ahead and sit on my laptop, why don't you? That's not going to affect my progress at all. No, seriously, you better not activate any key commands. I don't want to have to do this whole thing again. Oh, luck be a lady tonight. Audacity, help me. Holy cow. We are defying physics all over the place in these stages. What's that like, I never noticed this before. What's that, like, gear thing that's rotating around the numbers off to the right there? It's like some kind of ancient attempt at technology. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh! Clever girl. Give it to me. Suck it to me, suck it to me, suck it to me. 2, 1. Bingo, bango, bongo. I think that's the first time in a long time they've actually made something resembling a coherent shape. Well, now she's hanging out by my window. My cat's name is Gracie. I guess it's talk about your pet night here at the block party. Might as well, I've got nothing else to mention. Yeah, she's mostly an inside cat. So what I do is, whenever she comes in my room, I tend to open the window. The problem is, it's the dead of night right now, and I really don't want to open my window up to those kinds of things. Not to mention it's freaking cold outside. Uh-oh. That middle one's gonna push those two on the sides apart, isn't it? Yeah, but it's not gonna have enough time to push them off the platform. Yeah, I just be nice and I always open the window. Or, if I'm a little too busy, I tend to open the garage for her. Because she tends not to get in there either, so it's just something new and exciting for her to discover. Because cats are motivated by curiosity. They love discovery. It's a survival instinct. Oh, I am seriously gonna have to BS this one now. How? How is this physically possible? Look at this shit! Oh my god. Ah! No. All came crashing down. I tried so hard and got so far. In the end, doesn't even matter. Let me bust it. Oh god. Now we're getting all kinds of 90s nostalgic. I liked Linkin Park, okay? So sue me. It was basically the male equivalent of being a Backstreet Boys fan. You did like Linkin Park, you just never admitted it to your friends because you were afraid of being made fun of. But you know what? I have a soft spot for a lot of their songs. Real talk? And you're not going to hear me say that a whole lot, because it gets said a lot these days, believe me. But, real talk? Oh, what is that one song? You're gonna make me think of this right on the spot, aren't you, me? There's this one song about where he's trying to find a home. A place where somewhere I belong. Yeah, that one. I saw that on TV, like the music video, back when I was a kid, and it may have just changed my life. I was like, that was the moment for me, where I went, that's exactly how I feel right now. Yes, I don't feel like I belong in my house. I want to go somewhere different. Holy shit, even back then I realized I wasn't happy in this house. Okay. I want to be straight up. I don't hate the people in this house. You know, even Daniel is an interesting case. He and I don't get along, but if I saw him falling off a cliff, I would save his life. It's not like I'd let him fall. Or anything. Yeah, that block's gonna fall. May as well just resign myself to it. Yes, I would save Daniel if he was falling off a cliff. I don't outright hate him. I would never wish anything bad on my brother, don't get me wrong. Even if I secretly wished inside my heart that he would be removed from my life, if by some way, if not even by my hands, and something ended up happening to him, I would still feel regret for the rest of my life. I'm not that kind of person. I can't bring myself to do that. In any way, shape, or form, I don't like hurting other people, even if they deserve it. The only way you'll ever see me harm another human being is if I'm forced to. Like, if we're put in that scenario where some guy turns the corner brandishing a knife and screaming obscenities, then sees me and my family and charges, yeah, I'm gonna shoot the fucker. That's self-preservation, and that's a totally different set of morals right there. There is no quandary. The instant you threaten myself and my loved ones, your life is forfeit. I'm just throwing that out there right now. But other than that, I've mentioned it before, I can't even bring myself to kill a fly. I'm that guy who will spend 10 minutes trying to catch the damn thing in a cup so I can release it outside. Yes, I'm that type of person. Okay, now that I'm doing this puzzle correctly, maybe I can get it balanced properly. You gotta watch that. Sometimes you'll see ahead of time if something is kind of leaning off to one side, and you can save yourself a lot of trouble later on down the road. Oh, hold that. Hold that pose. Woohoo! 8 stages left. Wow, this is already almost over? Jesus, that's 2 videos in one sitting. This feels nice. I like this. I like getting videos done. It feels so good. And I bet you guys are going to appreciate it too. Imagine consistent content, at least for a little while. Everything I can get done during this week, I'm going to get done. Hell, I might even start up my next project that I'm going to finish after Wario. Oh, please, hold together. Come on, stay together! No, that's not going to work. Shoot! How do you get a whole bunch of triangles to stay together if they're not put in a circle and covered with cheese? Age-old question that's baffled philosophers for generations. Also.